And then the general theme is what, just paddle? Is it just vibes? Is it?
Paddle, vibes. Like,
So general bands.
yeah, we can chat about the club.
Do you have a name?
No, that's what we have to. By the way, we're already recording.
Are we ready? No, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Because you can always just edit this.
Yeah,
And
or keep it in.
It's we'll keep it in.
Yeah.
Okay, a name would be dope to start because I mean we figure out our vibe from a name.
Exactly. I think it'll come. It'll come. I'm sure at some point in this chat.
Okay, so the nameless paddle paddle chat.
The Paddle Podcast chat.
Or just paddle chats.
Just Paddle Chats.
Paddle chats. I like paddle chats.
We have to welcome everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody, welcome to Paddle Chats. I'm Thebe.
I'm Con. And yeah, this is just us giving updates of our week in paddle, and we'll branch out and cover just random things. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Let's start with your week then.
I think the cool thing to start off with is obviously Pretoria 360. I mean, that's the highlight of both our weeks. It's one of the coolest initiatives, and
especially because my team's winning.
Your team's top of the log. We're fighting. We're trying to qualify still. The Dragons are third, and we're currently in fourth. And then it's Cadets and
Tridents. We know
and Tridents, but it's even. It's even. Like we're going into the final group match next week or this week.
Yeah, because we've qualified, but the next, everybody else is anybody can go
so
through.
like if the Kick Smash Kings mess up, they're out. If one of the other 4 teams has like a sick week, they're guaranteed in. So it's very random. It's up in the air at the moment, which is exciting. It's nerve-wracking for us fighting in it. You guys are comfy.
Yeah.
And then I think the talking point is glass misting up. So playing outdoors in winter. It changes the game. We're not playing paddle anymore. We're playing tennis on a paddle court because it just like the balls are slipping off.
I actually got new shoes because of it.
Because of the slipping.
Yeah.
And it's been raining. Pretoria's been having the most, I don't know, it's random, insane, like it's extra rain.
And then it'll be like a storm, and then like in the morning.
And then this.
And then it'll like drizzle in the afternoon. So the courts are still playable, but now it's humid.
It's humid, it's like damp.
Yeah, and then you have a 7 p.m. game, because like I'll usually play in like the 7 p.m. game, but by like midway through the second set, then everything starts now setting, and the court starts getting like a bit of that
like that. It's like dew
almost, like dew, and then glass starts fogging up, ball starts getting a bit damp.
Yeah,
and then that changes the game completely.
Yeah.
So, but. Which I think it also makes things interesting, because now it's not just you playing this match of like, okay, who's the better one between the two.
But it's not even just
who can adapt.
It's who can adapt, and paddle itself goes out the window.
Yeah.
It's how's your half volleys, how's your drive volleys, because that defensive play off the glass that starts to disappear.
Yeah. So now you have to pick up balls before, and
100% tricky. But other than that, the concept of 360 itself, have you enjoyed the league? I mean, you guys are the most extra team. Like let's just start with the league itself. Never mind the matches and stuff. The concept.
We're so extra. I think the only other person that is like putting out content now in the whole of 360 would be Nick and
No, I'd say Cadets. Cadets put out.
No. I'm saying like just outside of. I'm saying outside of 360.
Okay.
Nick and Siobhan have their podcast, but other than that, but I guess as well that's also one of the goals for 360 is community as well. I think that's one of the biggest things, is that they don't just want to have this. Okay, it is good paddle competition, but it's also helping to grow the community. So seeing a lot of people start putting out content.
Yes.
I think it's very important. It's probably
Don't you think 360 is almost... I almost want to say 360 is almost bigger than that in the sense that they're pushing more the local professional side of paddle, and I think like the community will almost follow. Because I think every club has the community, and paddle has a big community, no matter what city or province you're in.
I think yes and more, because it's not just your, top guys that are playing 360.
Yeah.
You have guys that I think on any other platform they probably wouldn't be playing.
Fair. Or it'd be a smaller league.
It would be a smaller
club
league,
specifically. Yeah.
So it's nice that now you're getting people that are you're not just getting the top super, well, but I think what people call them masters.
Yes.
You're also getting guys that are in the higher intermediates, guys that are, they've recently started playing paddle really good and are maybe looking at
like stepping up.
Yeah. So it's a nice place, or it's a nice tournament to come in and, not only prove yourself, but also get just that experience.
Yeah.
And that feel. Even though I'm not going to lie to you, that 360 pressure is
I think it's you 12 guys on a team, and you have your supporters of the team, and I think that adds to the pressure, because you're not just playing for yourself or your partner. Now you have, on a typical match, you have like 20-30 people watching a court. And Gale gets packed. Gale is, easily what, 200 people on a game night? I'd argue that parking lot is full.
Because that's why I also stay a little bit longer afterwards.
I think we all have the tendency to stay and you eat and you watch other matches. Fair. Like people can go home.
Yeah, can go home. But like 360 is one of, like, I think it's probably one of the coolest things that's happening in paddle in South Africa right now. Like I'd even say 360 is more important than even like your big leagues. Like we had FIP this past weekend.
Yes. But it has its own place.
Yes, it has its own place. But I'm saying just in terms of what's gonna have a bigger impact on the sport locally.
Yes.
I think something like 360, because that involves community more than what something like FIP, Durban Masters. There's
I want to make the argument of it's all like ingredients to the bigger pie, because it's like 360 does community, and it's a stepping stone for people to play with other players that they wouldn't normally play with.
Yeah.
But the FIP, all your top guys that are playing 360, they're using that to go pro, to get the world rankings, and like everything I think heads towards like Olympics and having South Africans on the P1 tour or P2 or whatever.
I hear that perspective, but I think the more important thing is at the end of the day, like they're not the ones that are gonna, they're not the ones that are going to help benefit the business at the end of the day. They're not the ones that are paying.
Paddle itself, the growth of paddle.
Like they'll help with the growth, definitely. And yes, having FIP and big cash prize tournaments with these super athletes, like it's cool and it's important and we need it and it's necessary. But I think that's not going to be necessarily what grows the sport, because that bracket is very, very, very niche to a specific group that plays paddle.
Fair. It's not your average person.
Yeah. Your everyday auntie, uncle, cousin, magogo, they're the ones that are going to, at the end of the day, be the ones that are going to pay that $400 an hour at the court.
Yeah, valid.
So something like 360, where now, for example, I'm now playing 360, that'll get my mate to say like, hey, you know what, let me go try out some paddle with Ted.
Yes.
If I'm seeing a tournament just with Tremaine and Egmont and, Adam and Richard and those guys, are people around their circles going to be like as motivated to go play paddle? Because for them, it's more like, my friend's a pro paddle player.
Yeah.
Where with me,
maybe
it's
go
like,
watch. We might not go But I think watching also creates that curiosity.
But my argument to this is that it's the community building that's going to foster the culture of paddle in South Africa.
Do you think we've hit a point now where we have too many paddle courts, or have we hit the threshold? Because at the moment, especially Pretoria East it's 1 minute up the road there's a paddle court, 2 minutes up the road that way there's a paddle court, 5 minutes up the road there's a paddle court.
10 minutes, there's two there.
Exactly.
10 minutes, there's another two.
So growth versus facilities, have we, in your opinion, from what you've seen around?
I think we've built enough courts in the suburbs.
Fair.
I feel like now I think is a good time to have someone come in and start looking at underdeveloped communities.
So that's an interesting one, because paddle obviously is that luxury niche kind of sport. And I know the school market is untapped. That's a whole separate topic, because kids in paddle, I think 360 again, they're the first ones really pushing a league for the kids, and they're using the same concept, and it's flipping cool.
Yeah. So which brings to my point of like underdeveloped communities. I think let's say bigger communities, because I think it's safe to say in South Africa that we have bigger rural communities than or rural or township communities
than the upper class sort of
suburban communities.
Yeah.
And then we can add in big communities, we can add schools into that. We can add tertiary institutions into that as well. And I think that's where now we need to look at.
Yeah.
But why I think firstly tapped into your either underdeveloped communities or your township communities, I think paddle still lacks inclusivity, and not necessarily in the political sense where every single club now needs to have this diverse code. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna hang out where our people
hang
are,
out, exactly.
where you wanna hang out, But I think just giving opportunity to now someone in mums, because there's guys that play tennis.
But that's the thing. People don't realize that, like Attridgeville, Hammanskraal, they have big tennis programs.
Yeah. So if we have paddle in those communities and find a model that works in in those communities, because finances will obviously be a factor.
Yeah, especially with paddle.
But if we can find a way to, make it more affordable and involve people in those communities play paddle, we then can start seeing guys now, we can start seeing guys competing that are coming out of the townships.
Yes.
And looking at our, poorer population.
Yes.
And also, the political guys, they'll say jobs. Then there's jobs as well. What do you think your next, direction is in regards to paddle? Because you're now coaching, playing in leagues. Yeah. You're getting roped as a ringer in some games to settle other people's vendettas.
Other people's beefs.
I think
the big thing now is just tournaments. So I haven't played a tournament since last year. And you feel that sort of thing where when you're competing hard and you're playing hard, then you keep improving and your level goes up. And focusing on everything else in life, I've sort of wavered a bit. So priority now coming up in May. There's a Virgin Active tournament in Lone Hill. That's cool because it's indoors. We have something in Norwood, and it's all the top guys, your Tremaines, your Siobhans, those guys are all playing. And then SA Grand at Kortuba, so another indoor event, which is actually interesting. Now we're drifting a little bit more into indoor tournaments.
Yeah.
But very exciting stuff. It's all being, the level of effort that goes involved and the standard of the tournaments. Never mind the playing standard, just the people running it and what they almost want to call it production value of the tournament. That is so good. Honestly, it's you go for a.
And I've been seeing,
experience.
And I've also been seeing tournament by tournament that standard has been improving.
Elevating. Yes.
And one thing I think people still need to work on is the the footage.
Getting more live streams going or more footage going?
Because getting the live stream, because a lot of people are doing the live streams, but I think it's just the quality. I think
Needs to
start. Because that's what at the end of the day is
people want to watch.
Yeah. So,
and I think as the more clubs start live streaming, like getting big broadcaster in, I mean, I would assume that's the goal for something like a Diamond League. We have our first professional paying, earning league.
Or even invitational.
Even invitational, they'll have to do it. I mean, we have 10 of the world's top 20 coming. I mean, that's ridiculously cool. But I mean, it starts with live streams, then it goes to Supersport, and then the possibilities with bringing sponsors and businesses on board, it grows even more. And I think all of that, I mean, it elevates the sport to new heights. And I mean, the growth of paddle is growing. There's no denying it. Like sooner or later, like the 6-month-old, 1-year-olds, in a few years, all they're going to think about is like paddle.
Yeah, I'm already starting to hear chats from, because when was it? It was Project Mbappe 2 years back. And now I'm starting to hear Project Galan and
absolutely.
Project LeBron,
absolutely.
Project Coelho.
These guys were 2 years ago. You didn't know a Spanish name, you didn't know a Spanish word, and now everyone.
Listen, I'm not fluent in paddle. Sorry, I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I'm fluent in paddle.
Yeah,
I'll tell you about por cuatro, por tres, bajada, bandeja.
I don't have a clue. I still don't even know what half those words. The tray and the viper. When you translate it, it makes absolutely no sense.
The viper, I understand it. It's a corner. It's like a snake. Vibura.
Bandeja, tray. What's the tray?
Yeah, no, that one.
So can I? Yes, you know the tray. But I suppose the Spanish have their own flair to stuff as well. So that's, I mean, we can't yuck their yum.
So it's fine. We'll make South Africa. We must just make our own lingo.
I would love to see that. Like a ball goes up and you're like, I'm hitting them with the force, and then you like hit the ball like.
Actually, the vibura now is not. You know what?
Because it curves.
Down the middle.
It curves.
No,
the
down the middle.
Curves. It's the force.
We can call down the middle the force.
Down the middle's the force. No, but that's divorce.
Divorce.
That's divorce.
Yeah.
You split the guys
divorce.
Up. Like I want. I mean, sausage curves.
Curls. Yeah. You know what? In the corner, we'll call that. We are filming, but you're more than welcome.
You guys filming?
Yeah.
I'll not be in this film. Saying now, how you, brother?
Yeah.
But we, in any case, coming to a close now.
I'll show you guys your stuff.
You see, we even put set stuff here. By the way, this is Seelan, and he's bringing in
new goodies.
New goodies. Conre
over here.
Yeah, and Conre is actually going to be putting out some stuff regarding some racket reviews.
Yeah, so we got everything over here. So there's going to be this and more coming soon, and just getting the brand out there. So.
Yeah, but I think on that note, since now they're calling you for your game.
It's game time.
It's game time.
Gotta go do the thing we're talking about.
All right, so then we'll check in with everybody next week.
Yeah.
And episode 1 done.
We'll catch you on a court soon.
Cool. Thanks, Conre.